Alright, if you're watching this on the day it drops, which is May the 4th, 2021, and it is 1 year to the day I reviewed The Mandalorian Season 1. So now we are going to review The Mandalorian Season 2. And basically it picks up where the last one left off. You know, the whole goal is for Mando to get Baby Yoda to his people, the Jedi. That's where he has to take him. And so it's that journey to get him there with a very awesome cameo at the end of this season. Oh my God, it had me in tears. The ending of this season, I'll say right now, had me in tears. It was so awesome. So, during this season, though, we meet friends old and new. Like, he goes back to Navarro, and he does have, altercations with Carl Weathers and Gina Carano. I don't remember Carl Weathers' name, but Gina Carano's name is Cara Dune. Yeah. However, then we get also more Mandalorians, two of which are played by Katie Sackhoff, who I guess is playing a character who is in Star Wars Rebels. I have the first two seasons and I haven't watched them yet. And Sasha Banks, yes, WWE Sasha Banks. I would have been fine if she didn't talk. If you don't know, she can't cut a promo to save her ass. She sounds like a child when she does it. I'm going to beat you. Like, she sounds like one of those snobby little girls. No, she's just terrible. She was a little bit better here. She was actually being normal. Not much better, but she's a little bit better. And we also meet up with Boba Fett. One of the first episodes is going to back to Tatooine, where we meet what my son called the Stinky Lady again, who sends them on a journey with this Frog Lady, which is her technical name. It's on the Wikipedia, Frog Lady. And little man, Baby Yoda, wants to eat her eggs because they're frog eggs, and he eats frogs. So, yes, and there's a gag with that. And then it gets kind of freaky with a bunch of spiders they find on an ice planet that they crash on. Mando's ship goes through a lot this season. It gets all beat up. They fly, they go back to Navarro, they get it all fixed, they get it fixed, it gets destroyed. And one of the best setups for a finale ever. Really. So, when they meet these other Mandalorians, which aren't, they are or they aren't Mandalorians. I don't know. We learn aspects of Mando's past in the first season where he was taken, where his family was killed and he was on his own and stuff like that. And this season, I'm a little bit iffy on, has he always been a Mandalorian? Because there's this part, he takes his helmet off a couple times, where he and one of the guys from season 1 that they tried to save this guy, they get locked up, and he was there, and he reunited with him. He actually got set free. He got his redemption, I guess. Forgot his name. He's a bald guy. He's played by comedian Bill Burr. I still don't know the guy's character's name. But they infiltrate the... hold on. We'll get there, because we got a little bit left to go through here. So, the Mandalorian, whatever her name is, Katie Sackhoff's character, says, you help me and I'll tell you where you can find some Jedi. So, he does help them, and she says, you go to this planet and you'll find Ahsoka Tano. Now, if you don't know my history with Ahsoka Tano, I hate this character. Hate it. I'm sorry for those of you who are fans, but I think it's fucking stupid. I went to the theater to see the Star Wars Clone Wars movie, the animated movie. And after we left, I was so pissed because they totally ignored everything in the main storyline canon that has to do with Anakin Skywalker just so they can make their stupid fucking cartoon series for Cartoon Network. Anakin Skywalker was never granted the rank of Master because they did not trust him. Why in the hell would they trust him with a Padawan? It makes no fucking sense. He was too close to the Emperor, or Chancellor, who they did not trust, and the Council itself did not trust Anakin. Why would they give him a Padawan? It makes no sense. There's not continuity with the movies, and I was hoping, and this is harsh, but I was hoping she died during Order 66. But nope, we gotta make more TV series. So she's back, and we have one episode. She's played by Rosario Dawson, and Rosario Dawson never that bad in anything she does, and she's good. But couldn't we have any other Jedi? Any other Jedi? But nope, because we gotta have... She's getting her own TV show, right? Boba Fett is getting his own TV show, and there's another show, something about the New Republic. So, you know, my man Ki-Adi-Mundi needs his own show, but we saw him physically die in episode 3, so he can't come back. But apparently Boba Fett can come back being eaten by a Rancor. Yes, I know it takes, thousands of years for a Rancor to digest him, so he got out clearly, but he connects up. He gets together with the Ming-Na Wen's character from the first season, and they're going to be in that show, The Book of Boba Fett, which has a connection there in the mid-credit and the post-credit scene. But so Ahsoka tries to teach who we now know as Grogu. Apparently that has been his name the entire time, but he doesn't speak, whatever. And she does mention Yoda. She does mention Yoda, that he reminds, Jedi Master Yoda. So that's a good connection to the main series there. And, yeah, basically she can't train him because he and the Mando are too close together. So there's other Jedi that will help him. So Mando has to take him to another planet, because that's what the show is. You gotta go here to here to here. Takes him to another planet where he has to sit on this rock and get like Jedi energy or something. And this is where the big setup for the finale happens. He takes it there, and while Grogu is doing his thing on the rock, Boba Fett and Ming-Na Wen show up. And he wants his armor because earlier in the season, he won the Mandalorian armor in this episode that has Timothy Olyphant playing another character from Star Wars media, like a book or something. He's a marshal. Which is a pretty good episode. You should watch it. Like episode 2, I think. But he was using Boba Fett's armor to protect this town in Tatooine. But he got the armor. After he helped them take care of this dragon thing, he got the armor from him. And then that's where they teased Boba Fett. And you just, you see Boba Fett's ship come down and you go, oh man. That just reminds you so much, right? Comes down and he demands the armor. He does get it, by the way, and he gets like it nice and shiny new very quickly after this episode. But he gets the armor, and the Empire, because when they went back to Navarro, someone was working for the Empire, the remnants of the Empire, and put a tracking beacon. So they followed them there. And they sent the, what they called, Dark Troopers, which are actual droids. And they swoop in and they steal Grogu. And they kidnap him after he's communed with the Jedi thing. He's sleepy. So they take him, and that sets it up. They destroy Mando's ship, the Razor Crest, so that's gone. And so now they need help. So Boba Fett, Mando, and Ming-Na Wen go back to Navarro, and they pick up Cara Dune. And then they find the other two Mandalorian, Katie Sackhoff and Sasha Banks, and they team up together. Apparently, the Darksaber that, what's his name? The bad guy. Giancarlo Esposito, his character. Forgot his name. Moff Gideon. He used to belong to her. So that's what she wants. He has this staff, which is this and the little ball thing that Grogu plays with are the only things that survive the explosion. Because it's made from the same steel as his armor. So they go and they take the fight to them. And they plan this out. They take a one of those Imperial ships, and they disguise themselves, and they get their way into the Star Destroyer. And meanwhile, Moff Gideon has that Grogu is connected to the Force now. He's a little more stronger. He's connected to the Force, and he's all and stuff. And so they get on there and they activate the Dark Troopers, but it's going to take a while for them to get up. And Mando has to get in there to stop them from being released. And so he does that, but one gets out and he's able to blow it up or something. And he has help, I think. I don't know. But eventually, this all leads. He gets into the fight with Moff Gideon. He gets to the place where Grogu is, fights Moff Gideon, and he's able to subdue him. But he now has the Darksaber, and the rule is, I guess, you can only pass on the Darksaber through battle. And this is what Katie Sackhoff really wants, but he can't just give it to her. And even he's like, I yield, and it's like it doesn't work that way. And so what happened is Mando, to get rid of the dark troopers, he jettisoned them into space. Well, apparently they came back and they're marching their way to them, and they're trying to break through the door, and everyone's there. Mando, Cara Dune, the two other Mandalorians, Boba Fett. Boba Fett's not there. Boba Fett took off, but Ming-Na Wen is there, and they're all ready to fight. But you see Grogu, and he's going out the window. And then you see it. An X-Wing flies into view. Docks in the main docking bay. Out comes a Jedi. Now, this had me goosebumps. I'm like, my son's looking at me. I go, there's only one Jedi that I know of that has an X-Wing. He comes through, green lightsaber. Son's still looking at me. I'm like, at this point, I stood up. I was like, just like, because this was, I'm like, it can't be. I heard rumors, but I didn't pay attention to anything. He comes through, and this is just slicing through the Dark Troopers. And he gets in there, takes down his hood, and it's Luke Skywalker. A little better CG than what they did with Princess Leia in Rogue One. It's a little bit better. They must have had a little more money in this. And this had me. I already had tears coming down my face. This was Star Wars fans. Man, this was just. Just Luke Skywalker standing right there in front of you. Somebody didn't think you'd see. And he decides to take Grogu with him. Right? Because he needs training. So, Mando has to give permission because Grogu wants permission to go with him. Because he has to be trained or he's going to keep getting captured. So they say their goodbyes. He actually takes his helmet off so he can say goodbye. Touches them. And this is where it ends. Like, he takes him away and it just ends. And we get a post-credit scene on Tatooine. And we have that guy, the Jabba Wunga. Apparently he's now in charge of Jabba's palace. And he's fat. And Boba Fett comes in there, takes it, sits down. Takes the throne, sits down, and it says, Book of Boba Fett, December 2021. So, look for that, I guess. But, yes, one last thing before I go is, what I was saying is that Mando takes off his mask when he and the other guy infiltrate to get information to where Grogu is. And it scans the helmet, won't work because he's wearing a Imperial helmet, takes it off, scans his face, and it accepts it. So something going on here. Something happened between him becoming a Mandalorian and when he was a kid. I don't know. But overall, that finale was fantastic. Season 2, on par with Season 1. Very good. I like it. So what are your thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 2? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and may the Force be with you.